Welcome to part 4. At first look, the little bit of rust on this chassis didn't look too bad. But as we started removing the rust, we noticed that it was running up under paint in several areas, like rust veins. So, the decision was made to completely strip the chassis and refinish it. First, we removed all the wiring. Here are a few pictures with the wiring removed. And a bit closer look at the components afterwards. Here you can see rust on the octal sockets. Univox used metal grommets, and here you can see the rust that formed underneath them. A couple quick pictures with everything removed from the chassis. So, let the stripping commence. We used the last of our crud cutter graffiti remover on this project. The paint on the chassis came off pretty easy. And with a bit of sanding, etc., the chassis was ready to refinish. Rust-Oleum rust reformer and semi-gloss black paint will be used.
Alright, I've already taken pictures of all of this, but I figured I'd use my wife's iPhone and see if I couldn't get some video footage too. At this point, the chassis has been completely stripped and has had rust converter put on it, the Rust-Oleum rust reformer, and a semi-gloss enamel finish also, and it's cured. I've replaced all the tube sockets with belt and tube sockets. Those 4 input jacks have been replaced. All the pots are original. They all test real close, short of the Presence pot, which is still within 20%, but just barely. I might replace it, see what happens. But yeah, just a quick look at how it looks now. Come up over here. All right, let me flip this around so you can get a look at the back side. And here's a look at the chassis from the back side. Not a whole lot different, short of the back panel itself. And in the back, all the jacks and whatnot are the original jacks. That reverb adjustment's the original pot. So yeah, that's really about it. The white that you see in the numbers and whatnot, that's wax. I waxed it with a Carnoble wax afterwards. Suppose I could clean it out of there, but yeah, I don't know if there's really a reason to. Yep. There's the in and out for the reverb tank. But that's pretty much it from the back side. I will flip this over so we can take a look at the inside. So here's a quick look at the inside. I haven't done any of the wiring and whatnot yet, obviously. Be some mighty thin wires if I did. remove the capacitor that they ran to ground, because I'm putting in a 3-prong plug. Replace the carbon comp resistor that they had with this metal oxide resistor. This is part of the filter power rail and whatnot. There's a look at the choke. The switch is original. The light there's original. Again, the pots are original. I put the numbers on them just so I didn't have to think twice about putting them back into the correct spot. And there's a backside look at those new input jacks. See if I gotta spin it around here. Nah, maybe not. Those are the original jacks and whatnot. Here's yeah, maybe I will spin this around. If that looks as funky in the video as it does from this side, somebody might be twinging after too much eggnog or something. Alright, see if we can't get a look at the inside, backside of the back panel. And again, the fuse holder, all the input jacks and whatnot are original. That switch got all cleaned up. Had one in stock I could have just replaced it with, but what's the fun in that? And there's for the tremolo and reverb. There's a quick look at the pins and whatnot of those belt and sockets. So that's about it until I start wiring it up. Have a happy, merry, very Christmas Eve. Alright, well, I had the wife's phone in hand. I figured I'd do a quick video on the circuit board. I repopulated it with all new components short of that diode. It had those chiclet type capacitors on here, and I had one of the legs just pull right out. I wasn't going to chance the rest of them. Oh, I take it back. That resistor right here is original too. And this is actually a resistor that goes to the filter / power rail. So I kind of upped it with a metal oxide a bit from the carbon comp they used. And used the Nichicon capacitors, electrolytic capacitors. I think these are Panasonic capacitors. I wanted to go with Japanese components because it's a Japanese amplifier, and the amp originally used the Nichicon capacitors. I just couldn't find Nichicon capacitors for the films to go across it, so I went with the Panasonics. And yeah, those are all 1-watt carbon film resistors. I decided to go with those. I guess let me flip this over on the back side here, because actually these two pots here are original. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I've done a video on this or not already. Maybe I've had too much eggnog. But yeah, anyways, that's the circuit board for this thing, all repopulated, waiting to go back in.
Thanks for watching.